This is questions 1, 3 and 4 in exercise 7.1 in Project Maths 2. We have to solve each of the inequalities, and then in each case we've got to graph our solution on a number line. So we'll look at question 1 first, where we've got x plus 3 is less than 7 and x is an element of n. X being an element of n just means that x is going to be a natural number. So all of our solutions in this set are going to be natural numbers, which are whole numbers that are larger than 0. So we're going to solve the inequality, everything to the left of this comma here, as if it were an equation. And so we're going to move all the x to the left and all the numbers to the right. So our next line down from here is going to be x is less than 7 minus 3, which means that x is less than 4. And x is still an element of n. So we're going to look to our number line down here. We're just going to have to start putting some values into this. So if we start filling this in, put our 5 there, 4, 3, 2, 1, put 0 here, minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. So x is going to be all the natural numbers that are smaller than 4. So the first natural number smaller than 4 is going to be 3, so we put a dot on our number line at 3. The next smallest one down is going to be 2, so we put a dot on our number line at 2. And the next one down is 1, on the number line at 2. We don't include 0 or anything beneath that because 0 and anything smaller is not a natural number. So 1, 2, and 3 are all the natural numbers that are smaller than 4, which is what we've been asked to graph from question 1. Let's look to question 2 now. This time we've got 2x plus 5 is less than x plus 11, and x is an element of z this time around. Z standing for integers, which are going to be whole numbers that can be positive or negative. So we'll solve this out same as before. We move all of our x's to the left and all of our numbers to the right. So our next line down is going to be 2x minus x is less than 11 minus 5. So this time we're going to get x is less than 6. So we've got a graph on our number line all the integers that are smaller than 6. So start by filling in our values on our number line. So we put 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and minus 1. And the first integer that is smaller than 6 is going to be 5, so we put a dot on our number line at 5, and then on the number line at 4, then at 3, then at 2, then at 1. And this time around we are going to include 0, and we're going to include minus 1. In fact, every whole number going to the left from here is going to be included. So the way we show that is we fill in a solid arrow at the end of our number line just here, just to indicate that our pattern continues as we have started it, going in that direction. So that's a solution for question 3. Now in question 4 it's a little bit different. We've got 7x plus 1 is less than or equal to 3x minus 15. And x is an element of or. Or stands for rational numbers. Rational numbers are any number that can be written as a fraction. So we're going to solve this out as normal, and then we'll look at how that changes up our graphing of this. So we move our 3x over, so we get 7x minus 3x. Then we have our less than or equal to sign. And then the other side we're going to have minus 15 minus 1. So we get 4x is less than or equal to minus 16. And now we're going to divide by 4, so we're going to get x is less than or equal to minus 4, like that. So this time we're starting at a negative number, so it's going to start filling in our values. So we've got minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11, and it continues on like that. So because it's a rational number, which means it includes all the fractions in between, this time we've got to represent a way of showing that on our number line, of showing that we've included all the numbers in between. When we look at the other two, we only put dots because the number in between these numbers don't count. So we didn't mark anything in between 1 and 2 because there are no natural numbers between 1 and 2. And on the next one, didn't mark anything, for example, between 2 and 3 because there are no integers between that. But in this case, there are numbers between minus 4 and minus 5, and between minus 5 and minus 6, and so on. So the first thing we do is we draw a circle at the number we're starting at, which is 4. And then we check if this is less than or equal to. So because it's or equal to, it means that our 4 is also going to be included. So we shade in our circle like this. And then we're going to shade in our number line for all the stuff that is less than this. So we're going to just continue to shade in our number line going down like this, all the way along, including every single number along like this, because all of the decimals and fractions in between these numbers are included as well. And when we get to the end, because we're obviously not going to draw an infinitely long number line, we just complete a large arrow and we shade it in just to indicate that our pattern continues as we have started it. I will include a link in the description below for another video that shows you how to graph various different inequalities when they are natural numbers, integers, and rational numbers. But for the moment, that is that.